Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Invin and today what I'm going to be bringing you guys is an update to the video I did prior on how luck actually works in New World with regards to this forum post that you guys can see on screen right now. So this is by a user called SkylineOW. This user has been quite renowned on the forums and of course on Reddit as well for posting some very good information, and this has been highly upvoted. As you guys can see, this is 22 hours old. It's got tons of awards and has been upvoted 4,000 times. So for any of you that aren't that familiar with Reddit, it essentially just means it's a very popular and very well regarded post. Now the reason I'm making this video, I have seen a few other content creators upload things with a similar title to what I imagine mine will be called. I must admit I haven't watched those videos yet, so I'm not entirely sure if it's based around the exact same post or not, but either way I wanted to update my channel with this because I know I made a video on luck the other day and this was going off what the assumptions were before this kind of research was done by Skyline. So now I kind of want to bring this in, show you guys what he's done and how that will affect the luck video that I made, so that those of you that have watched it kind of apply it in the same way. There's no real major changes to it, except from actually we have more luck than kind of what we thought, and it's that essentially 100 points of luck equals 1%, whereas I in the video was saying that it's 1,000 points of luck. And the reason this guy's kind of worked it out is essentially going into the game and dividing the amount of drops he got and the amount of mobs he killed by each other and getting the percentage based off how much luck he had, 1,000 and 100 points, and then seeing what the rarity was like of that drop as well. It's a little bit confusing to explain, but hopefully once I've read through the post it'll make sense to you guys and kind of everyone will be on the same page. So essentially he's explaining kind of the controversy which I'm on about here, which is plus 1,000 equals 1% or plus 100 equals 1%, and people kind of debating on it, and the community was essentially half and half, 60-40, whatever you want to say, on each of these methods. So they were both kind of things people were expecting. As I saw from the comments on my video, a lot of you guys kind of thought the same way. So what he did was actually go to get the leather drops, the legendary drops from Strange Balls in Northern Eden's Grove. So what he did is he did two runs. First run, you can see here, he says he wore no luck gear, nor did he eat luck food, and was running a total of 4,390 luck from trophies, which are 1,500, and level 200 gathering, which was 2,000, and a skinning knife, which was 890, which obviously does give you the total there of 4,390. Then it's linked to New World database, and it says that this claims that you need 1,150 luck to collect a Scarhide / Smolderhide, which therefore follows that you need a roll of 101, 150 to drop it. So with 4,390 luck, we are rolling from 4,390 to 104,390, giving us a hypothesis of a theoretical 3.24% chance to get a legendary hide. So in kind of more layman's terms, essentially what he's doing is dividing the chance that you will get this legendary drop by the amount of times that you should get it based upon your luck factor and luck percentage. Therefore, as a result of that, giving you a total of 3.2%, which for a legendary drop, I would say in any MMO is fairly generous actually, and it's not making it too difficult, but it is making it scarce, which is essentially what you want from these legendary endgame materials. So what he then went on to do was kill balls, which were 571 in total balls, resulted in 19 drops of a total quantity of 138 legendary hide. So the average hide drop looks to be around 7, which is a nice bit of additional info you got there. The observed proportion yielded a 3.33% drop rate, remarkably close to this 3.24 which you predicted before he started, with a sample of 571, which means you can be 90% confident that the true percentage is plus or minus 1% of our observed percentage. From this, I'm extremely confident that luck, or 1% luck, is equal to 100 points, and that rolls needed to get legendary materials from a tier 5 node is indeed around 101, 150. So as you guys will know from the previous video, if you did watch that from myself, I talked about it in 1,000 points, saying that you needed this, that and the other. But let's be honest, this just makes it almost a little bit easier. It doesn't really change it too much because obviously you just reduct it by 10 and everything's reduced by 10. So it's kind of a collective, just bring it down a value, but it's exactly the same principle that applies. But the actual percentage increases is a little bit more because it's only 100 points. So when you actually get the food now, when this goes up by 2,000 points, it's going to be to the base, and then obviously you get the luck gear and obviously your pickaxe luck and necklace and things like that, which then increase the overall percentage of that luck. So if you've got, say, 4,000 points plus 8%, be 8% of 4,000, and so on and so forth. So really, it's not made too much of a difference, but I just wanted to clarify with you. But there is more to this, so I will go on and read this through as well. And it says, we aren't done yet, more boars must die. For the next run, I went all out with a full set of 550 plus gear score, skinning luck gear and necklace, and tier 5 skinning food. My total luck was 9,590. This put my theoretical drop rate at a 8.44%, so I should be seeing a bit more. Again, he did another 573 boars, found himself with 43 total drops, this time at 281 legendary hide. Still around a 7 drop per chance, so the luck didn't affect how much was dropped. This meant that the drop rate was of 7.5%, which is not quite the 8.44 hypothesized, but it does fall within the 90% confidence range, which is given the sample size, which means that it's still looking pretty good. Given the sample size, more luck does have a positive impact over less luck with a rate of 99% confidence. So obviously, as we all thought, with that luck gear, you are going to get more, but it's not necessarily exactly as the values are. Maybe that's because there's some compound values there we don't actually know for definite, but obviously it could be some stuff stacks, other stuff is exclusive. We don't actually know fully because obviously it's not released by the game themselves. So this is kind of the closest thing we've got to a full launch kind of theory testing, if you like, and kind of putting it down to conclusive evidence. So the conclusion he drew from this was based on the experiment, luck does indeed work. 1% luck is equal to plus 100 onto a luck roll. Tier 5 food therefore gives you 20% luck, and minor trophies give 5% each. A fully decked out luck set with minor trophies will give you about 8% drop rate of legendary materials on tier 5 nodes. You can apply these to boar drop rates, to wire fiber, orichalcum and ironwood trees too, as the New World database lists them as having the same required luck, and New World database has proven to be a reliable source according to this guy Skyline right here. As a side note, he tracked the drop rate of pork belly too, and they matched up with the theoretical values also, which is really, really good. So this is kind of like the closest thing we've got to clarification on luck. Again, as I say, it doesn't matter too much in terms of the video I made. You just need to redact the values by 1,000. So it's 100 instead of 1,000 and 10 instead of 100, as I was mentioning there, you know, kind of the values in the video. But the principle of it still stands. Don't forget, like the guy mentioned in the post here, you actually have innate luck, which I made kind of a video following up from that a couple of days back, saying that actually every 10 levels you get 10 points of luck. So by the time you get to 200 in a skill, you actually have 2,000 points of luck. So that's like your innate luck values, and obviously that there is then 20% according to this, which is quite a lot and decent, and makes actually a big difference when you do get max to a skill now that we know that that is a bigger value. So again, massive shout out to Skyline. You'll see him here linked on the top of the screen, and what I will do is put this post directly linked in the description of today's video. So if you do want to check it out for yourself, or want to leave him any comments, ask any questions, you can go over to this post, have a look. But I just thought it's only right, given that I made the video the other day, kind of to update you guys with this post to clarify on how things are actually working. It's exciting that we've got a bit more news, and great work from him. So if by any reason you do see the Skyline, great job, mate. Really cool stuff that you've worked this out. Thank you very much for the contribution to the community. It's much appreciated. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video, found something new. I certainly have now got more clarification, so I hope you guys have as well. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you drop a like on it down below, as it really does help me out. And if you are new here to the channel, make sure you drop a subscribe down below, as I'd love to have you here as part of my channel community. I do upload every single day, so it'd be great to have you guys along for the journey with that one. Other than that, guys, as always, thank you very much for watching. Take care and peace.